Nehemiah Chapter Summaries, 1-13. Published by Vise. The book of Nehemiah tells the story of a faithful leader guiding his people through the physical and spiritual rebuilding of Jerusalem. These Nehemiah chapter summaries provide a concise overview of this inspiring narrative. When you are done reading here, you may also want to check out our complete list of Bible chapter summaries for every book of the Bible. Book of Nehemiah Summary by Chapter. Chapter 1. Nehemiah's Prayer and Call to Action. Nehemiah, a Jewish official serving in the Persian court, receives news of the dire conditions in Jerusalem. The city walls lie in ruins, and the people are demoralized. Deeply distressed, Nehemiah prays to God for guidance and strength. He seeks permission from King Artaxerxes to travel to Jerusalem and initiate rebuilding efforts. Moved by Nehemiah's request, the king grants his wish and provides him with resources and support. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 1 Summary. Chapter 2. Nehemiah's Arrival and Inspection of the Walls. Nehemiah arrives in Jerusalem and discreetly inspects the damaged city walls under the cover of night. He unveils his plans to the leaders and the people, inspiring them to join him in rebuilding the walls. Their enthusiasm and commitment solidify the shared purpose of restoring their beloved city. The chapter highlights Nehemiah's courageous leadership and his ability to motivate the community toward a common goal. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 2 Summary. Chapter 3. The Collaborative Rebuilding of the Walls. This chapter showcases the collaborative effort of rebuilding Jerusalem's walls. It meticulously lists the various sections of the wall and the specific groups who took part in the reconstruction. The list includes priests, merchants, and people from nearby towns, highlighting the unity and widespread participation in the project. The chapter reveals a well-organized and coordinated effort, reflecting Nehemiah's administrative skills and the community's dedication to restoring their city. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 3 Summary. Chapter 4. Opposition and Resolve. As the rebuilding project gathers momentum, the Israelites face opposition from neighboring groups led by Sanballat, Tobiah, and Geshem. These adversaries employ tactics of mockery, threats, and intimidation to discourage the Israelites and undermine their progress. Faced with external threats, Nehemiah takes strategic measures to safeguard the builders and encourages the people to stand firm and persevere. The chapter highlights the challenges and hostility faced during the restoration and Nehemiah's unwavering determination to overcome them. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 4 Summary. Chapter 5. Internal Conflict and Economic Justice. This chapter reveals internal tensions within the Jewish community. Due to economic hardship and drought, some wealthy individuals exploit their impoverished neighbors through harsh debt practices. Nehemiah confronts these injustices, rebuking those who exploit their own people and calling for a restoration of fairness and economic relief. His intervention reflects his commitment to social justice and his belief in upholding the principles of fairness within the community. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 5 Summary. Chapter 6. Continued Threats and Nehemiah's Steadfastness. Despite progress, the adversaries persist in their attempts to sabotage the rebuilding project. They spread rumors and attempt to intimidate Nehemiah, seeking to distract him from his mission. However, Nehemiah refuses to be deterred, employing wisdom and discernment to counter their deceptive tactics. He displays unwavering courage and determination to complete the rebuilding effort, demonstrating his resilience in the face of continued opposition. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 6 Summary. Chapter 7. Organization of Jerusalem and Appointment of Leaders. With the walls reconstructed, Nehemiah turns his attention to organizing Jerusalem's population and establishing security measures. He appoints leaders, registers the people, and sets up guard duty to protect the city. This chapter highlights Nehemiah's organizational abilities and his focus on securing the city's safety and stability after the completion of the physical rebuilding project. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 7 Summary. Chapter 8. Ezra reads the Law and Revival. Ezra, a priest and scribe, takes a central role as he reads the Law of Moses to the assembled Israelites. The people respond with intense emotions, weeping in repentance and expressing a desire to recommit themselves to God's covenant. The chapter highlights the importance of spiritual renewal and the pivotal role of religious education in fostering a united and devoted community. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 8 Summary. Chapter 9. Renewal of the Covenant and National Confession. The Israelites engage in a day of fasting, confession, and renewal of their covenant with God. They publicly acknowledge their past sins and their ancestors' disobedience, expressing sincere repentance and a desire to live in accordance with God's laws. This chapter showcases the community's collective introspection and their commitment to spiritual restoration alongside their efforts to rebuild the physical city. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 9 Summary. Chapter 10. Commitment to Faithfulness and Temple Support. The people, under the leadership of Nehemiah and Ezra, formally sign a covenant pledging their commitment to upholding the laws of God, avoiding intermarriage, observing the Sabbath, and supporting the temple. The document lists specific responsibilities and obligations, providing a framework for the long-term sustainability of the restored community and its religious practices. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 10 Summary. Chapter 11. Repopulation of Jerusalem. To ensure the growth and vitality of Jerusalem, a portion of the people relocate to the city. The chapter details the process of selecting individuals to repopulate Jerusalem, highlighting the importance of establishing a sustainable population within the restored city. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 11 Summary. Chapter 12. Dedication of the Walls and Celebration. The chapter describes the joyous celebration surrounding the dedication of the newly rebuilt walls. A festive procession, led by priests and musicians, circumnavigates the city, offering a sense of unity and accomplishment. This celebration signifies not only the completion of the physical reconstruction but also a renewed sense of hope and confidence for the future of Jerusalem. Read more. Nehemiah Chapter 12 Summary. Chapter 13. Enforcement of Observances and Removal of Foreign Elements. Following the celebratory occasion, Nehemiah observes concerning practices undermining the moral and religious principles of the community. He takes corrective measures, enforcing the observance of the Sabbath and removing elements that violate the established covenant, such as the presence of foreigners who disregard their religious laws. These actions demonstrate Nehemiah's continued commitment to upholding religious integrity and ensuring the community's adherence to their faith. The concluding verses detail Nehemiah's final actions before his return to the Persian court. He addresses internal conflicts and injustices within the community, demonstrating his continued dedication to promoting social justice and fairness. Additionally, he establishes reforms to ensure proper management of the temple and the support of its personnel. The chapter concludes by highlighting Nehemiah's lasting legacy, leaving behind a transformed Jerusalem and a community renewed in its faith and commitment to God.